cannot believe how much joy a book can bring. Gather round, it's story time with Mr Singh.
Hi boys and girls. Today's story is called Walter the Farting Dog. Hey Zeus, and this is my puppy here. I'm at home today, and this is my dog Zeus. Hey Zeus. Hey. And he's going to help me read Walter the Farting Dog. Oh, you want to turn the page, Zeus, huh? There you go. Oh, there you go. So, Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the dog pound. We didn't get you from the pound, Zizzy. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we loved him, said Betty. Well, he smells awful, Phew, said their mothers. I think you'd better give him a bath. Oi, you want a bath, Zeus? Hey? Mother walked in and said, he smells awful. And that's when they got the first telltale clue, bubbles in the water. I think I've seen you do that, mister. He's probably just a little nervous, said Mother hopefully. His stomach must be upset. Are you right, mister? Yeah. But Walter's stomach wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was fine. He felt perfectly normal. He just farted a lot. Yeah. Look, he did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. You too, mister. He did it in the dining room. He did it in the kitchen. And he did it in his sleep. You naughty boy. That dog farts morning, noon and night, said Father. He can't help it, Daddy, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind Walter's farts. Oh, but I do. Just wait a minute, boys and girls. Yeah. Up here, come on, here's this. Good boy. Up here, Zeus, come on. Up here, come on. Oh, that's better, boys and girls. Look. Still farting. So what if he farts, Billy said to Betty when they were alone in their room. Betty agreed, Walter agreed too. He sat there looking innocently around, farting. Take him to the vet, said Father. Farting, said the vet. Or rectal flatulence, as we say in the medical profession. And he prescribed a change in diet. I wonder if I don't need this anymore then, Zeusy. Well, they gave Walter every kind of dog food. He farted. They tried him on cat food. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They gave him fried chicken. I bet you like that. They gave him rabbit food. They made him a vegetarian. No matter what that dog eats, he turns it into farts, roared Father. So, Walter, the dog, got the blame for everybody else's farts too. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood near Walter. Yeah, it's not fair, is it? Yeah. Then all he had to say was, Walter, and everyone would look at poor Walter. It's not fair, is it, Mr. Zeus? Yeah? You dogs get blamed for everything, don't you? Yeah? He was to go back to the pound, said Father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy. Don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said Father. They pleaded. Walter farted. It was all over that night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. "Oh, Walter," said Betty, "you've got to stop farting, because Father is going to send you back to the pound tomorrow," said Billy. Walter knew how serious the situation was. He'd never see Betty and Billy again. He resolved to hold his farts forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down the hallway to the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. He managed to open the cupboard door and with his nose found the 10-kilo bag of low-fart dog biscuits the vet had prescribed for him, which had made him fart more. Even though he knew they made him fart more, he couldn't resist. He ate the entire bag. "Oh, that's just like you." "Very tasty," said Walter to himself. And then he went to lay down on the sofa. A gigantic gas bubble began to build inside of him. "This is going to be trouble," he said to himself nervously. He was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house would explode. Whoa. So he kept it in. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. But he had resolved never to fart again. His future depended on it. As he lay there with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he'd heard a noise at the window. I wonder who that is. He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came through. They dropped silently into the kitchen. "Watch out for that dog," said one of the burglars. "He won't bite," said the other. "He's a wimp." Walter might have bitten them, except he was so filled with gas he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't bark. "Okay," whispered the first burglar. "Let's clear out." They took everything they could get their hands on. Walter wanted to stop them, but he was having unbearable gas pains. He rolled on his back and waved his paws in the air. He gnashed his teeth. "We've got it all," said the second burglar. "Let's go." That's when Walter let fly. It was the worst fart of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot him across the room. A hideous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats, unable to breathe. Oh, God. I think my dog's done one too. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window. They tried to grab their bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were too weak. "Let's get out of here!" Whoa! They jumped out of the window and ran up the back, choking and gasping for air, still blinded by Walter's attack. They stepped into the headlights of an approaching police car. "Hold it right there," said the policeman. When Father and Mother came down in the morning, they found the open window and they saw the bag with their valuables in it, and Walter was sitting beside it. He still had the rag tied around his snout. You'd have to say he looked heroic. "He saved the silverware," cried Mother. "He saved the VCR," cried Father. "Good dog, Walter. You're our dog, even if you do fart all the time." And so the family learned to live with Walter, the hero dog, and his farts. And that's the end of our tale. And that's the end of our story for this week.
You would not believe how much